So Cymatics is a brand first and foremost, but we thought it proper to start at the foundation of what we feel skating is, and that's the wheels. This is where we feel like we can have a lot of impact. I come from a background in coatings where the chemistries that I work with are very similar to these urethanes in these wheels. We can do some adjusting to the resins to get specific chemistries to get certain performance characteristics out of these wheels that aren't currently available. And that's our goal, is really to bring something unique here. The aesthetics are a huge factor for us as well. If you notice with the Cymatics wheels, the majority of our wheels are marbled. We're really wanting to bring something a little bit different to the game. So you see here all different genres of skating unified under a single brand, from fitness to aggressive, urban, and quad. Let's talk specs on each wheel. Our first aggressive wheel that we released this year is a 58 millimeter flat top bullet profile, and that was available in a 92A and an 88A. This is not your typical profile that you find in an aggressive wheel, and it's exactly why we wanted to bring it to market here. Because of the narrow ride patch, this wheel is incredibly fast and incredibly maneuverable. These next aggressive wheels were ones we were super excited about. They were our pro wheels for our team riders. We got Nils Jansson's wheel here. We got Julian Coudeau's wheel here. What's really awesome about these wheels, these are derived from our own mold. We had a mold created for a 60 millimeter, and it's a unique mold that only we're using. And we also, from that mold, created our 58 millimeter flat top, more of an aggressive, typical aggressive profile. You'd see that chunky flat top there. So if we compare the profiles here, we can see the obvious difference. The 60 millimeter round is a very good all-around wheel shape. It's gonna have good speed, consistent performance from edge to edge. The flat top variant in the 58 is gonna be great for large gaps. It's got that extra stability because of the wide ride patch here. It's great for rolling over cracks and things like that because of the larger surface area. And it also maneuvers fairly well because it's not square on the edge. It does still have the same radius edge as the 60 millimeter. So two great options here depending on what maybe your favorite frame can support. Some frames are limited to 58 millimeter max size, and we wanted to create a wheel that could still be used in those frames. But we also felt like a wide round 60 millimeter profile options were limited. And so that's why we went with this. So both of these Pro Model wheels are available in both sizes. So both Nils and Julian's are available in a 60 millimeter or a 58 millimeter. And here's an example with the packaging here. These are the 60 millimeter variants. What's cool, we use biodegradable shrink wrap here, and there's also a QR code that you can scan, and it can bring you to our link tree. It's going to have all of our videos, helpful videos, maintenance, technical tips, etc. Our pro video edits, team edits, things like that will all be on the link. Back of the packaging has full specs of the wheel as well. We've got the 92 here listed as hard, and a little tongue-in-cheek here with the 88 as hard-ish. And you know, if we keep on going down the scale on the harder end, we get to this bad boy. We like to refer to it as being hard AF. It's 103A. Do a little test on that for accuracy. So, sharp cut edges here, narrow path in the middle. The goal with this wheel was to make it hard so it would slide, and cut the edges away so that it stays tucked away under the frame. Obviously minimize wheel bite while still helping to lock you in or guide you in on your grinds. 3-colored marble, so we're still having fun with it even though it's hidden. And one quick thing to mention here, our aggressive wheels use what we call the fatty core here. So super thick in here, twice as thick as a typical core. And what we wanted to point out was that a lot of these, there's some self-centering spacers out there. People also refer to these as UFO spacers, satellite spacers, whatever. They will not fit our aggressive wheels because of the core thickness. And so what you're going to want to do is just use a typical cylinder style spacer, and that will allow you the clearance in there. Oh, here we have our 80 millimeter. Nothing earth-shattering here as far as wheel shape. It's classic bullet profile. It is the full embodiment of what rollerblading is. It's speed, maneuverability. You know, what we felt was lacking in 80s in the current market was the style points. So we made that up here. We've got a 2-color marble, a teal violet marble, chartreuse printing, chartreuse core, premium urethane. Great urban wheel here. So these 2 wheels, these are our 110s. Right here, we were really focusing on performance with these wheels. They are a dual density wheel, and if you're not real familiar with what that means, there's basically means that there is a wheel cast inside of another wheel. And the point of that is you can get 2 different durometers in one wheel, and that gives you different properties. And what we have here, we have a softer core that offers more rebound, wrapped by a slightly harder durometer urethane to give us the speed we're expecting and the durability. So what you end up with is a really soft ride, but still good speed and great life expectancy. And these are available in a couple different versions. We have what's called an X-Flex core and a Reflex core, and those are just subtle differences. The core is a little harder in one, the Reflex core, and a little softer in the other, the X-Flex core. And one would give you a little more speed, the Reflex core, and the X-Flex core would give you a little softer ride. And we've got them with a black hub or a chartreuse hub. Our first quad wheel offering was this 52 millimeter. It was a collaboration with the Dread Roller, Montre Livingston. It's a 52 millimeter, 98A. It's got a flat cut back here, really helps you lock on to grinds, but as well as this cut chamfer here. Allows you to slide without really dragging the wheel on the back side. And on the front, we have a conical shape, recessed bearing cavity. It allows the wheel to flex just ever so slightly when rolling through transitions on ramps. This is really a great park wheel and street wheel. The 98A is the sweet spot for being hard enough for street, but still going to give you a little bit of a softer ride and plenty of grip if you're skating indoor parks as well, and speed. Again, it's utilizing our premium urethane. We have the sick red and white marbling here. Just a great wheel. Rollerskate Rivera says it best, you can only skate as good as you look. And we think these wheels look pretty dang good. So thanks for watching the video. Keep an eye out for some future ones coming. Peace.